Try and love me like you never felt. I need you alone. Heart was breaking, love I was taking. I wanted to know. Got the feeling that love was on the outside. You want me to find. Got me thinking love isn't the answer. Well, no time. I think about the love we left. I think about the love we had. You and me both. You wanna touch me. You want the real thing. Gave you what you wanted. The elevator comes down sometimes. My mind is on fire and I don't think it's coming down. So tell me now. So tell me now. When you find someone, tell them how you feel. 'Cause tomorrow isn't promised. Love is always honest. If you wanna find the real deal, relax your mind. Just take it slow. No need to rush. Just feel the flow. I want you now. No need to wait. Tell me, are you ready? Tell me.
A Wendy's Frosty is something special. And for a limited time, a Frosty is just 50 cents. An American classic for a classic.
Alright, welcome to the stream. So this will be part 2 of a Tesla Effect Tex Murphy adventure. Part 1 is on my channel. Please subscribe for further content. I try to stream every day. Yesterday I didn't, wasn't feeling the greatest, kind of had a coma-induced state, as they would say, I guess. Anyway, I guess let's go ahead and fire on up here and get started. Thanks for joining. Oh crap, give me 1 second, I gotta change. Oh no, I don't, never mind. I just need to full screen it. Alright, so as we left off, we had just met Mr. Bauer's wife, and she put a gun to our head, but then we became friendly. And that was when we walked into here, into this lab, this secret lab that we encountered in this beach house through this coded door and everything. So in here we just gotta find a couple things. Mainly baseball cord. Joink. That's funny. And it looks like there's a code on here.
Just the place to conduct some business.
Uh-huh. Let's see, we got a flash drive.
Well, I wonder what's on this little device.
We have a fax, huh?
Looks like Carlos Maldonado was trying to get a hold of Mason about someone named Margaret Leonard.
Hey, Margaret Leonard.
You'd need a PhD to understand any of these books.
Uh-huh.
If I found a flash drive, I could connect it to the video screen.
Oh, well, I just have one. So let's...
This memory stick probably works on the computer in Bauer's MRI room.
Alright.
Long-lasting memories are created through a process of consolidation, which is based on the formations of protein in the brain. Thus, memories, particularly painful ones, are formed by these unstable proteins, making them easily identifiable and removed with a combination of drugs and behavior therapy, ensuring memory elimination. Of course, there are those who do not believe that the benefits of memory modification outweigh the risks. They warn that eliminating memories, one could significantly alter a person's personality, their history.
So, a fancy device that wipes your memories, hmm? Useful technology. I see applications for anyone who ever went out with you or read the Twilight series.
Come on. Little mercy here for the victim, all right? Why would Bowers want to erase my memory?
Well, we're gonna have to figure that one out, Tex, because I think that might have been what happened. Alright, so we got this MRI machine.
Just looking at this gives me an icky feeling.
It's a normal brain in a human stomach.
Just looking at this gives me an icky feeling. He's looking a little under the weather. Looking at medical posters always gives me the heebie-jeebies.
The heebie-jeebies? Oh, look at this.
Looking at medical posters always gives me the heebie-jeebies.
They drilled a hole in my skull. I was awake and it hurt a lot. Okay. It doesn't do nothing.
This table? A little small for my taste.
A little small for his taste, huh?
Nothing I can use.
Okay. Alright, so we did get a petri dish.
This petri dish is encrusted with all sorts of gunk. I'll need to clean it off to see what's underneath here.
Okay. Several days.
Surely, after all we've been through, you would not turn against me and turn to her. Looks like someone with the initial T was doubting Mason's allegiance.
I wonder who T was.
Maldonado was tracking down a woman named Margaret Leonard for Bowers.
Okay. Alright, so we need to clean the petri dish, which I'm guessing we do either in the bathroom or the kitchen. Can I use the sink in here?
Yep, that's a sink.
Is there any water in there?
That was a waste of time. Maybe try something else.
Okay, what about the bathroom?
My landlord always reminds me that... That's not right.
Okay.
This petri dish is filthy. I'll need to clean it off before I can use it on the microscope.
Okay, well where the heck do I clean it off then? Trying to think. Nothing in there. Maybe it's like a dishwasher?
Yep, that's a sink. Guess I better not be too creative, because it... Well, that was stupid. Yep, that's a sink.
How do I clean it?
Man, I don't even know what I was trying to do. Yeah, I believe that's a towel. Maybe try something else.
Something else, eh?
No bidet? Sick.
No bidet.
Ah, a remembrance of a much simpler time. I wouldn't open that if I were you. But since I'm me...
What? Okay. I might sadly have to use a hint on how to clean the petri dish because it's not letting me use any sinks. I guess, is there water out here? Can I just like... There's water, but can I like access it? No. I might have to use a hint, unfortunately. It's gonna be unlock cabinet, I think. Pick up. Really? Wow, so okay. Mer.
Sulfuric acid. I better be careful with this.
Can't believe I missed that. Alright.
Sulfuric acid can be very useful in cleaning chemistry equipment.
Sounds good to me.
Well, yeah, that'll work.
Six, 7-0. I bet you that's what this is. Oh yeah. Hey, baseball card.
That's interesting. Nothing I can use. Something tells me the doctor got a lot of toothaches. Anatomy books. Used only for medical research purposes, I'm sure.
Alright, so it doesn't look like there's anything else.
Nothing I can use.
Nothing else in here.
Unfortunately, it's not the tunnel of love. I'm sure these MRI pictures are showing me something.
Something.
I got a feeling that's not a crochet needle.
Hoo. Hoo hoo.
There's room for every member of the Brady family on here except Alice, and I never considered. Hey, smoke no more cigarettes. I hear they have a smoking deterrent system built right into the cigarette.
Hey, buddy! Do you know 1,000 people stop smoking every day by dying, you moron? Kissing you would be like licking an ashtray. Get it, dumbass? Did you know that you and I are similar? We both are certified butthead. No, don't kill me. Have mercy.
Well, the system's about as effective as other systems I've tried. But I'll keep these in case I have a smoking emergency.
Jeez. Okay.
Reminds me of the time I tried to cook meatloaf.
Meatloaf.
Well, this looks cheap. Isn't that DeForest Bunny from Night of the Lepus? Hey, bada bada bada.
Hey, bada. Hey, bada bada bada. Swing, bada bada swing. Oh, I left the fridge in. Sorry, my bad. My bad. Did I get everything in here? Pretty sure I did.
Well, judging by all this fiber, the owner has digestive issues.
Gosh darn it. I only have, how many cards do I have? I have 8 cards. I think I need 9, don't I? Go look again. Oh wait, no, it's in the study. I need 9, don't I? Yeah, 9.
Sometimes a cigar is just a cigar, if you know what I mean.
A cigar.
There's just no accounting. Yeah, that's about the only sailboat I could afford.
Right? You and me both, bro. I just feel like I'm trying to figure out where the other card. These move.
That's not my style.
Oh, that moves. Hey, got it.
That's interesting.
Alright, so we got all 9 cards.
Classic. These baseball cards are great collectibles.
And that's the hint that you need 9 until you look at this.
That accomplished nothing.
Alright, so ding 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 ding. Now this puzzle kind of sucks a bit. You have to make it so that it makes 17 in total with the numbers this way, 17 total with the numbers that way, and 17 total with the numbers this way. And I can't remember like the order at all. I'd laugh if like just randomly placing them like it works, but it won't. Give me 1 second here. I'm just gonna look this up real quick just because I just want to get past it. Alright. Okay. Okay. Actually, I'll just do that. That works better. Alright. Look at all that money.
Pawn Weekly may be even sadder than that Cat Weekly magazine. Lots of cash. The drawer inside this safe needs 2 additional cards. Whatever's in here must be so important that Mason Bowers keeps both the cards with him at all times.
Oh, damn. So we're gonna have to come back here at one point. Alright, so that gave me this.
Looks like Bowers was interested in some Nikola Tesla artifacts from Rook's pawn shop.
Alright. Well, looks like we're gonna have to go back to Rook's. I don't think there's anything else we can do in here, so let's go and do that. Got a couple more leads. We got Margaret Leonard. We got Bauer's wife. And now Rook with this Nikola Tesla items and stuff.
I better drop by the barbecue joint and see how that dweeb Mojo's doing.
Maybe he's decrypted that memory stick.
Yeah, about time, too. I need a new lead on this case.
We got a couple. We'll get in more when we get that card as well. We can go do that too. Yeah, we might as well do that.
So, your memory stick's all ready to go. Now, what do you give me for it?
How about an autograph? You have the only one.
You think I'm going to solve your case for free just because you're my idol? No, the great Tex Murphy wouldn't lift a finger without compensation. Neither will I.
So, how much are we talking here?
Do you have an action figure? I want something money can't buy.
Well, I was going to offer you a very special junior detective badge.
I don't want some stupid little orphan Annie ring. I want a memento from one of your cases. Something one of a kind.
Come on, Chief. Nobody likes a suck up.
You know how your cases always have 100 loose ends and you need that one missing piece to tie it all together?
It's not always like that.
This could be that one missing piece. Mr. Murphy, you need this.
Yeah, well, I'm all out of action figures, so now what?
Do you remember that sicko who was going around with a liquid nitrogen freeze gun, shooting people and then smashing them? The press called him the Nitro Stalker. You got involved and the cops finally found him a few weeks later, smashed into a million pieces.
Sounds like he was pretty broken up.
Everybody knows you were behind that bit of freeze-dried justice. The freeze gun was never found, and I'm betting you took it. I'll trade you the memory stick straight up for it.
All right. But please be aware that Inspector Burns Corporate will be hearing about your shoddy customer service.
Don't know.
Dear. All
I
right.
don't know about that stupid freeze gun around here.
All right. Let's talk to Rick.
We need to talk.
Oh, do we have to, really?
Yeah, trust me, you may be involved in what happened to me.
Oh, the very thought makes me giddy.
I knew you'd be pleased to hear that. But it's all tied to items of Nikola Tesla and a man named Mason Bowers.
Well, it's true. It's true I've had some very rare Tesla items in my possession from time to time, but I have never heard of this Mason Bowers.
Do you know Carlos Maldonado?
Well, of course I know that wretched swine.
Tell me how he ties into Tesla.
Well, Maldonado tried to bribe and threaten me to reveal my source of my Tesla items, but I didn't give it to him, and I won't give it to you. Do you think Maldonado was the one watching you?
I think so.
Oh, my, that could be troublesome. I need to make some inquiries. Is there anything else? Well, the freeze gun? The one you pawned that supposedly belonged to the Nitro Stalker? I believe it was purchased by one of those vigilante Morlock hunters.
All right. Rook's been much of help. Kinda. See, is this Murloc? Oh, they are open. Let's go check out the Knights of the Templar. They're the hunters of the Murlocs.
O Lord, we beseech thee, give us strength,
Courage.
protection. Hail, fellow countrymen. We are ready to begin our quest.
Hunting the dreadful night beast. Make haste.
Sorry, Tex, we gotta run.
Farewell, Sir Larry, Curly, and Moe. I'll be sure to tell Snow White you're gonna be late for breakfast.
Ooh, now this place is cool. A nerdy 7th grader's paradise.
Yeah, every weapon you'd ever need to be a level 85 World of Warlord chieftain. I wonder what this key opens. I used to love the game of Twisty until I realized its true sinister purpose. It's a key to a padlock. Yikes. No novelty toys in here. Only real weaponry.
Rubber spaghetti. Some rubber spaghetti.
Gross. No one's ever removed this thing since the incident?
Rusty the Clown was put into here and was eaten by acid in the original games. I'm surprised they didn't show a little picture when I clicked on that, or throw a flashback. Alright.
Padlocking the fridge is for extreme dieters only.
Extreme dieters. I'm guessing this one? No, that's roof. Refrigerator. Haha.
It's a padlock key for a refrigerator, for extreme dieters only.
Ah, poor Rusty. I knew him well.
That's awesome. A golden chalice.
You know what that is? It's the cup of the carpenter. It's from the Holy Land Toys collection by Robco. Batteries not included, a $10 value.
Oh my goodness. So what was the point of that? There was nothing in there except for that. They left the stove on.
Did someone leave these on? Because they look like they're on. Ow! Yep.
Well, there's a whole lot of like nothing in here except for the one key for the roof. Which I need anyway.
This needs a key. That leads to Rusty's roof.
Alright, let's go up here. Let's check her out.
I see they put Rusty's zip line back in place. How convenient. Yeah, I need a zip line trolley to place on that rope.
That seemed very, very loud for some reason. And very bad sound on the dog, jeez. Oh, hey, look.
No way! A freeze gun? This is definitely your coolest case ever.
No pun intended.
With freeze guns, the puns are always intended. Are you familiar with the work of Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Please, have mercy.
I'm afraid my condition has left me cold to your pleas of mercy.
I'm gonna find a way to turn you off, I swear.
You're not sending me to the cooler. Cruel party? Fine, I'm done.
Thank God.
Allow me to break the ice. My name is Freeze. Learn it well, for it is the chilling sound of your doom.
Let's just get this thing back to Mojo.
Oh my gosh, the puns. Alright, let's trade the freeze gun for the dang flash drive.
You got it, didn't you? The Nitro Stalker freeze gun. So cool. My internet group is gonna be so jealous.
Fine. I'll tell you what. You say one word about this to anybody, and I'll deflate the tires of your wheelchair. I'm in enough trouble with the cops.
Fine, okay, I won't say anything. Threatened by Tex Murphy. This is so cool.
Merry Christmas.
We may only get one chance, Carlos, so I wanted to go over the plan one more time. If Margaret shows up at the Ritz, call me immediately. If I'm delayed, detain her. We have to assume she won't give up the egg voluntarily, but I want to talk to her first. You know why I've given you the cryo chamber, but that has to be the very last resort. And if anything happens to me, I'll need you to contact a friend of mine. Keep it safe until I retrieve it.
Well, it sounds like Mason and Margaret had a major disagreement. I need to locate both of them and get to the bottom of this. I decide to head back to my office to sort things out.
Hey, cowboy. Any memories coming back yet?
Not so far, but something tells me I might be missing out on some really good ones.
That's solid detective work.
So... were we dating?
Dating? Oh, that's so cute. I guess you can call it that. But we were also working together in a more professional capacity.
Well, now my detective skills are picking up a little sarcasm.
Seriously, cowboy, you're good. I've learned a lot working with you the past couple weeks.
Let me get this straight. You and I were working on a case together? Do you mind telling me about that?
Not at all. You wanted a list of tenants here at the Ritz as far back as I could go.
Why would I do that?
It was your dreams. They were vivid before, but they were getting out of control. It's almost like they were changing you into someone else. You talked about seeing things from the past, but you wouldn't give me details. You were incredibly stressed. It was like you actually believed this apartment was haunted. You even started looking into psychometry.
Psycho what?
Psychometry. It's the belief that an object can contain a person's energy or memories.
So, not only am I an amnesiac, but I'm a paranormal idiot. Great.
Sounds crazy, I know. But then we found out about Donnelly.
Who?
J.T. Donnelly. It was the most bizarre thing. I'd heard you mention the name in your sleep. But then, his name turned up when I checked out the previous tenants.
So who is this guy?
He's a private investigator, a real old school brute. He worked for some powerful, influential people, but then he disappeared around 1943. His last known address was here.
San Francisco.
No, here, at the Ritz in this exact apartment.
Okay, that's a little bizarre.
It gets bizarrier. You called me one night, raving like a lunatic, saying the walls were talking. I rushed over and found holes smashed in the wall, and you curled up on the floor in a ball.
Well, I'm glad to hear I haven't changed that much.
You wouldn't tell me what had happened, but after that, you wouldn't sleep here. That's when you got your new place and started to sleep there.
Hold on. I have another place?
Yes, you do. And it's even nicer than here.
This is all crazy. I think I'm gonna sleep here tonight just to see whether it affects me in the same way.
Do you want some company?
Listen, Taylor, I'm beginning to see what the other me saw in you. But in my head, it's still 2043. I've got to tell you, there was somebody else.
Chelsea, I know. I know how much she meant to you, Tex. Losing her was traumatic as hell for you. But she's gone. And there's nothing you can say or do or don't do that's gonna bring her back. Do you feel that?
I sure do.
I'm alive. And that's my heart. It's yours if you want it. And it comes with all the other bits.
Well, I think it's time for the big sleepover. I'll make popcorn. Six hours later, the rain was finally letting up. Somebody once said, you can't change the past, only the course you're on. And that's what I intend to do. It's time for me to take my ship in a new direction. Being with Taylor last night felt comfortable. She accepted me as I am. Maybe I ought to accept myself in the same way. Still, I know I'm in the middle of something sinister, and I've got to deal with it. I've got to find a way to get my recent memory back. Then I can go forward and start a new day. As Taylor was leaving, she slips me a key to a place called the Resort, and said it might provide some insights about myself over the last few years. She wasn't kidding.
Alright, so we're at our new place, and yeah, it looks a lot nicer. Nurse's outfit. Hot tub. Wow, wow, wow.
hope she's doing this to get through school.
But this is in your apartment, bro.
Looks like I like to wear sunglasses at night. I'm hoping this newspaper article is not some sentimental keepsake. Nitro case shattered? By Tex Murphy? When did I become an attention seeker? These watches are worth a small fortune. Well, that is an intimidating knife.
Come on, nothing.
When I think of women in my past who were black book quality, Regan Madsen from my Pandora case always comes to mind. Well, I suppose you've already sat in my chair and I've eaten my porridge, too.
Took you long enough. I thought I was gonna have to stir it in by myself. I hope you don't mind I made myself comfortable. And I'm very comfortable.
Yeah, you look it.
How long does it take you to smoke that cigarette?
Oh, you'd be surprised. She was vicious, mean, nasty, and rotten to the core. I still think fondly of her almost every day.
Oh, man.
Maybe I should go get checked out at a medical clinic for reasons other than my head injury. Some lady gave me her phone number? I'm not used to that. Black leather gloves? Real brass knuckles? That's a big departure from my non-lethal weapons collection. Wait a second. I'm pen pals with Big Jim Slade? I don't think I like what I'm discovering about the last 7 years.
Slade was a bad man.
I'm hoping this isn't mine.
A whole lot of nothing in here.
I'm hoping this isn't mine.
So I don't think there's anything else. Oh. Wait, I need a number though. Okay. Give me 1 second here. I don't know Roman numerals very well. Let's see, it's gonna be one 6 169. One 6 a niner. No? What is that gonna be? Because that top number is 16. So like 1-6. Like that Roman numeral number is 16, and then that one is 9. 16 times 9. Haha. What is 16 times 9? Can't do maths, yo. 144. Okay, let's try that. Because it had that little asterisk for times or whatever. Haha!
Where did I get this kind of money? Did I really turn into a gun-for-hire mercenary that everybody's afraid of?
There's something about this setup that just feels wrong. Like advanced mind manipulation. This place is littered with items to make you think you're someone you're not. We already know they injected you with a trance inducer. They're pulling the strings to deceive you into doing something for them.
I guess that would kind of make sense.
Money in an offshore account? I trust I earned this legitimately, I hope.
$1 million? Yeah, but I wonder what the inflation rate would be from now until 2050. So it'd be almost 30 years from now. Like, what's the inflation rate gonna be? Like, hourly minimum wage is gonna be like $22 an hour. And that's even gonna be like low. Alright, so did that. Guess let's go back to Chandler. I have a fax.
Looks like Archie's back in town. I should check out his 3 Cards to Midnight shop and see if he knows anything.
Sounds good. Three Cards to Midnight.
Archie Ellis is my herbal tea-loving, source for all things alien, supernatural, conspiracy theorist. Or he's just plain crazy. He ran into some trouble with the NSA on my last case. Last I knew, he was hiding out in some tropical locale with a bevy of beauties. I'm surprised he's back in town.
Hey, Murphy, how you doing? You okay? I heard you were having some kind of amnesia. You know, most alien abductees always have some sort of memory loss.
Yeah, well, that didn't happen. Last I saw you, you were on some tropical island hiding out from the NSA.
Okay, like I told you before, I wasn't hiding. I was relaxed. So, and of course, you don't even remember talking to me, do you? Let me see where you got hit. Yowza!
You really back off, man, because I swear I will shoot the next person who tries to touch this, okay?
Okay, I'm sorry. Ouch. Ooh. So, I guess you do need some catching up then. A few months ago, I moved back here from the islands and I opened up this place. And I was hoping that you and I could hang out together like old times, but you haven't been around much.
So I haven't come by with the traditional welcome back fruit basket? I have turned into a bastard.
Sounded like the same Murph to me, making jokes and putting your cigarette out in my herbal tea before I'm done with it.
Yeah, you're never gonna let me forget that one, are you?
So have we talked recently?
Not yet, but you know I'm always ready to be Robin to your Batman. Without the homoerotic undertones, of course.
Sorry, Arch, but it's a package deal. If you're gonna be in this with me, you're gonna have to be in all the way.
You had me going there, Murph.
Okay, Boy Wonder. I need you to enter 2 names into the Bat computer. Mason Bowers?
I just noticed something that's totally messed up on my stream, and I am sorry for it. I need a switch, though. Oh, I know why it's doing it. Okay. Crap.
Margaret Leonard.
Well, I don't know about Mason Bowers, but Margaret Leonard, she's connected to one of the greatest mysteries of all time. I mean, you know who Nikola Tesla was, right?
Nikola. The cough drop?
Nikola Tesla was a genius. Probably one of the greatest geniuses ever. I mean, it was Tesla, not Marconi, who was the true inventor of the radio. He invented a Tesla coil, the AC electricity, remote control. He even pioneered cryogenics.
So are we almost to the part about Margaret Leonard?
Right. Well, Tesla died in 1943 when the FBI just swooped in and confiscated all his papers and designs. Then in about 2012, all this stuff, the Tesla cash just disappeared. And you want to know who the #1 suspect was?
Margaret Leonard.
No, an FBI agent named Charles Johansson. Now, I know they could never prove that he did it, but then he quits the FBI and joins some Tesla fanatic group called the Tesla Legacy Society, a group dedicated to making the world better through technology. And that's where he meets
Margaret Leonard.
Bingo! They fall in love, they get married. I think they even had a kid together.
So where's Margaret now?
Not a clue. Johansson died a couple years later, cancer, I think. After that, Margaret just dropped out of circulation.
So all this happened, what, 37 years ago. I mean, no one's found the Tesla cash since then?
It's one of the great mysteries, the lost inventions of Nikola Tesla.
What's the big deal with the Tesla inventions? I mean, there must be some reason they were never made.
Oh, you ever hear of a little thing called Tunguska?
Have I ever? Picked up a bad case when I was down in Mexico. It's where I learned the phrase, Baños, rapidos, ándale muchachos, vámonos!
Oh, Murph, you're too funny. You know, in 1890s, Tesla conducted an experiment and created a resonance frequency. You know, like a big vibration, and it nearly took out a whole chunk of New York City. And then in the 1900s, he began to work on what he called a teleforce beam. The press called it, you know, a death ray, you know, cooler name. But a few years later in Russia, remote area called Tunguska, something caused an explosion 1,000 times greater than the atomic bomb.
1,000 times greater than the atomic bomb 40 years before we invented it?
But that was the last anyone ever heard of the death ray. Tesla never got funding. Instead, they made him out to be some crackpot, and he was broke for the rest of his life. Some people think the plans for it were part of the Tesla cash. Just think how much someone would pay to get their hands on that.
As I leave...
Much better looking there. I had to fix something there. Alright. Let's go back into 3 cards because we got to finish up in here.
You know, Murph, I think we make a great team. What can I do for you? That's the most recent photo of Margaret Leonard I could find. Like I said, she's been out of circulation for a while. The Tesla cache is right up there for me. Oh, and the death ray? Well, the name says it all, doesn't it? He died like 40 years ago and either left the Tesla cache with Margaret Leonard or somebody else. Or he took it to the grave.
I wonder if he took it to the grave.
I've been checking my sources, but no one's heard a thing about her in years. You know, both aliens and ghosts can communicate through their dreams. It's a proven fact.
Oh, really now?
Donnelly's kind of a mysterious character. He was a private detective Tesla may have hired not long before he died. There's a mention of it in one of Tesla's letters. Don't know about that. My little buddy Mojo works over there. We hang out a lot, but I can't stay there too long. Something makes my eyeballs burn. Gosh, you'd think a sidekick would be a little more helpful, huh?
Oh, you think you're my sidekick, eh?
You like my shop? Kind of like my old one, the Cosmic Connection. But I had to change the name in case, you know, the NSA and all that. You know me, Murph. Always up for an adventure. As long as I don't have to go anywhere.
What kind of adventure is that, man?
He's not very friendly, is he?
He's just a grumpy old man.
Yeah. Oh, that's the Hollow Babe at the Golden Gate. Yeah, Mojo is warm for her form, or lack thereof, as it were.
Lol.
I actually wouldn't mind forgetting a few years of my own life, mostly my teenage years.
Did you get bullied, man?
I eat at the Brew and Stew all the time. Seems nice. And I'll never forget what you did tipping me off before that whack job NSA guy could get me.
Alright. So we got a couple new leads. Let's go talk to Louie. We haven't seen him in a while.
Whatever you need, Mife. Just ask.
Just ask. Alright, do you know Margaret Leonard?
Oh, I know this little lady. Haven't seen her around in quite a while, but she used to come in pretty regular. I think she lived at the Ritz, at least for a time. She and Chelsea were real friendly. Pretty sure her name wasn't Margaret Leonard, though. At least that ain't the name she told me. I know you was having bad dreams way back when, but I didn't hear nothing else about him after, you know, the thing with Chelsea happened. You got me there, Moif.
Moif. Alright. Well, he gave us info that she lived at the Ritz, so we can go talk to Clint, I guess. Hey, Rick's closed. Hey, Clint.
If you were looking for me earlier, I wasn't here.
No, I wasn't, though.
Yeah, I'm a PI, so I figured that one out already. Now that you're back, I wonder if you could help me out with something. You recognize the woman in this photo?
Oh, nice. I think I saw her in a Playbook from 1996. Is this your girlfriend?
Well, now, if she were my girlfriend, I wouldn't be trying to figure out who she was now, would I? Sheesh.
I'm just kidding about this woman being your girlfriend. She's actually mine. No, I'm kidding again. This is Margaret Leonard. She's had a room here at the Ritz forever. She used to live here, but I haven't seen her in years. So, she may not be here anymore, but she auto-pays her rent. So it's all good.
Any chance you can get me into her apartment?
Not a chance in hell. I let her install her own security system, just like you, except hers is a real one. I can't tell you which apartment it is, but you won't get in without a passcode or a personal invitation. Maybe I could try to help you with something else. I'll bet she was something back in the day. Way back in the day.
Oh, man.
All I know about her is she's got a room here. I hardly ever see her, so I don't know when she's here and when she isn't. Can't help you with that.
Okay.
Well, this is a flashy new neighbor.
Sapphire, domineering escort. Have you been a bad boy? Oh my goodness. To E? Let's see, secured. Aha.
Yeah, needs a key. Uh-oh. That doesn't look good.
Blood. So I need a key.
I wonder if anyone else on Chandler Avenue has seen Margaret Leonard.
Alright, well. We're gonna have to probably ask around a little bit more. Hey, look, work's open.
I've been thinking, Murphy, perhaps I should confide something to you.
Oh, this should be good.
You believe Maldonado is spying on you, but it could have been someone else.
Not Margaret Leonard by any chance.
How did you know?
Do the words P.I. mean anything to you?
Margaret may be in grave danger. I've tried to contact her, but to no avail.
Gosh, if only we knew someone with some detective skills. Do you know how to get into her apartment?
No, but she may have left a clue. Some time ago, she left this in my care. It's for you.
For me?
She wanted you to have it in case anything happened. I met Margaret years ago. She was a woman of secrets. I have an interest in Tesla collectibles, so yes, I've heard of it. And no, I don't know where you could find it. I met Margaret years ago. She was a woman of secrets.
Alright, so I got a book. The Life of Nikola Tesla. Oh. What does this add up to here? 5, 14, 15?
Why would Margaret Leonard leave me a key?
To get into her apartment, bruh. Alright. Let's go to her apartment. Oh yeah.
Uh-oh. That doesn't look good.
It's a hacksaw.
Oh, there's a flower for each month of the year. It's a business card for someone named Count Saint Germain.
Count Saint Germain.
What's this?
Nothing over there. Puzzle. Nothing there.
As As I walk in the bathroom, I realize there's something wrong here. Something terribly wrong.
She was decapitated. She has no head. Jeez. Well, she was decapitated. And we're on day 4. So that's a good start. Alright, so we do have one puzzle in here we have to do. Let's see what it is. So we got gold flower, yellow flower, and a red flower. Let's see. Let me write this down here. So you got yellow, blue, white, and red. So we have 1, blue would be 9, white would be 4, unless it's the November one, but I think it's the April one. And red would be June, so that would be 6. Let's try that. So we're gonna have 1, then 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I was right.
It's a picture of someone named Mantis.
Someone named Mantis. Alright. Well, we did get that thumbstick on the bed.
I wonder what Margaret kept on here. It's a picture of someone named Mantis. It's a business card for someone named Count Saint Germain.
Alright, well, let's put this in our computer and check it out.
I wonder what... Looks like Margaret Leonard had a video journal.
There we go.
The dream that Charles and I shared has become a nightmare. I wanted to believe, so it was easy to deceive myself, and to know that I have helped to bring it to pass is more than I can bear. I gave them everything, except for the key to it all. I must find the egg before they do. I have long suspected that Tex is a vital piece to the puzzle. His connection to Donnelly preceded the neural experiments. His coming to Chandler Avenue, a norm among mutants, to the Ritz, and even into Donnelly's same apartment. That was not coincidence. Was it fate, or something else that drew Tex here? It was right here all the time. Under our noses, Tex has found the Tesla egg. Mason believes Tex is with us and will help us against the translator. But I have my suspicions. I think we need to get the egg away from him. I wish I had the courage to destroy the egg. I just can't let go of hope. With the egg gone, the threat would likely be eliminated, but so would the glorious future we envisioned. I want to try one more time, and until I know one way or the other, I'm entrusting the egg to the only person I know who would die to defend it. The one who prays.
I was working with Margaret Leonard and Mason Bowers in neural experiments? What's my connection with J.T. Donnelly and the egg found in my wall? Why would she steal it from me and entrust it to someone else? The one who prays.
The one who prays. Well, if you look in our inventory...
Well, that won't work.
Ooh.
It's a picture of someone named Mantis.
Praying mantis? Ha ha ha. Little play on words.
Well, hello, boys!
Mr. Murphy, you need to come with us if you want to live.
Seriously?
Just kidding. What was going on in there? You know the drill.
Why do so many people around you end up dead?
Well, it's not because I killed them, if that's what you're implying. Well, at least not usually.
Did you kill Margaret Leonard?
Come on, Danwich. If I killed her, what'd I do with her head? Eat it?
But we keep walking in on you with all these dead bodies. You must be the unluckiest guy in the world.
Whoever offed Margaret Leonard either hated her guts or was completely bonkers. I mean, why would someone decapitate her?
I don't care why, I just want to know who.
Wait a second, how do we even know it's Margaret Leonard? I mean, maybe that's why they took the head.
Yeah, that might have worked 100 years ago, but now we've got apps for that. We've already got a positive ID.
It's kind of fun, isn't it? I mean, kind of working together, bouncing ideas, sharing information. I mean, what if I said I had some information that might help your investigation?
I'd say you were withholding evidence.
No, I said I might have something.
No, you said you had something that might help.
Yeah, oops. Look, Danwich, you seem like a stand-up guy, and I know you don't want any vigilantism, so I'll play it by the book. I think I have video that might have been shot by the guy who killed Margaret Leonard. I'm just gonna hand it to you and hope you'll cut me some slack.
It's on your smart, Alex? Let's have it.
The guy in the video's Mason Bowers.
And this is the guy you think was abducted. The problem is there's no evidence of anyone being abducted, so I can't investigate. My hands are tied.
Well, mine, as you see.
I may have seen this guy before on some kind of surveillance video.
A surveillance video, you say?
The video could have shown you in your apartment talking to an elderly lady. There may have been another man there as well, a mutant of some kind, who might have jumped you. The elderly lady, in theory, could have appeared to have injected you when you were restrained. In the ensuing struggle, you might have been knocked out on the fire escape.
And when would Bowers have shown, hypothetically?
Right after you were knocked out, tore through the apartment in pursuit of the old lady.
So everything that I've told you matches up, and we're both looking for Mason Bowers.
Are you familiar with a program called VCT, Vehicle Compliance Tracking? All cars come with sensors that report when one is out of compliance. For example, when you have your right front headlight shot out, if you could access the VCT database, which is illegal and highly inadvisable, you would find a list of all vehicles with the right front headlight shot out. If you could provide more information on the vehicle, you can access an ID and an address from the registration.
Any chance this might have been the vehicle seen in the Maldonado surveillance video?
I gotta get back to work, Murphy. If you got questions, ask them. And then stop wasting my time with this speculative nonsense. A speeder with a broken headlight on the front passenger side? No idea what you're talking about. That's Margaret Leonard? I'll have to take your word for it. I know who Zach Williams is, and who his associates are. I'd advise you to keep your distance. Don't recognize the face. Sorry.
As soon as I got back from the new San Francisco Police Department, I had an urgent message from Rook. It seems Rook had a soft spot for Margaret and wanted to bring her some justice. He told me he had another interested party in the Tesla cache, a Count Saint Germain, who was staying at the Golden Gate Hotel. Maybe he could divulge some answers.
One hears a great deal about Tex Murphy on Chandler Avenue. To what do I owe this pleasure?
Word is you're a big fan of Nikola Tesla, or at least his stuff.
Yes. Your local pawn shop has a remarkably extensive offering of Tesla paraphernalia. Certainly the largest cache I've found this side of Belgrade.
You mind if I ask what your interest is in Tesla?
I gather you're at least somewhat familiar with the story of the Tesla cache? I believe some of the items Rook has were part of the Tesla cache, but he refuses to divulge how he obtained them. I presume from Margaret Leonard, or some third party who got them from her.
Shocking. Rook normally would cut off his right arm if he thought somebody'd buy it.
I've spent many years searching for something. My hope is to find a clue as to its whereabouts in Tesla's letters or journals. But the trail has led me here. Tell me, Mr. Murphy, do you know the name J.T. Donnelly?
Yeah. I mean, I just heard about it, but he was a PI, and he lived around here back in the 1940s.
At the Ritz, in the very room in which you now live. An intriguing connection.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting and maybe a little weird, but it's not a connection.
But it's so much more than that. Back in Donnelly's time, there was a man known as the Sleeping Prophet, Edgar Casey. He made a compelling case for the belief that most of us have lived past lives.
You're losing me.
Come now. You've said on more than one occasion that you felt as if you'd been born a century too late. A man out of time, as it were. Tell me, do you have disturbingly realistic, vivid dreams of another era?
What? You know about my dreams? I must be getting incredibly broad-minded in my old age. So what are you saying? I was J.T. Donnelly in a former life?
We could explore that possibility, but first, have eggs ever appeared in your dreams?
Oh, I love eggs, of course. Poached, over easy, scrambled. I mean, they're certainly nature's wonder food.
There are affordable accommodations in better parts of the city. Something could have been drawing you specifically to the Ritz. Don't you agree?
Yeah, cheap rent. Could you maybe help me out with these memories? Help me interpret these dreams?
If you could find this egg, or even put me on its trail again, I have certain techniques, such as regression and channeling, that could help you recall past events. And, I should add, the egg is worth a fortune, which I would gladly pay.
We talk for a few minutes longer, but I tell him I need to get back to the case. This is way beyond my comprehension. Mystical eggs? Mind regression? Past lives? It's boggling. Margaret spoke of an egg being held by a religious fanatic who prays. Was it the Tesla egg I found in the wall at the Ritz? If so, it would have been there for over 100 years. Does it have some sort of channeling power from the person who possessed it? Well, Mason Bowers is still the key. I need data for the VCT so I can find out who kidnapped him. I better start asking around.
Time for some good old-fashioned detective work. You should talk to potential witnesses and see if they know anything about the suspicious vehicle involved with the abduction.
Let's go over here and talk to Louie here.
I hope you don't mind, Mike. I've been telling folks in the neighborhood about your situation, just so they know it's the old Tex they're dealing with. Let me know what else I can do for you. So this is the speeder you think took off after those gunshots and the abduction the other day. I do remember seeing a vehicle. I didn't get the license plate or nothing. I just saw it was one of them nice Pandians. The Bi-Turbo XL model. A big guy? Talks like he should be onto radio. Yeah, he came in the other day. Didn't seem too impressed with my, cuisine.
Alright. So we talked to Louie.
Still can't believe I'm working with the one and only Tex Murphy. What can I do for you, sir?
You know about the speeder, brah?
Would if I could.
Aye.
That's the witch. At least that's what I call her. A couple times I've seen this old lady sneaking around the neighborhood.
Call her the witch. That's kind of funny. Alright, Rook, what do you know?
Hello, Murphy. How goes the investigation? I'm quite certain she was on the run from someone or something. I took care of her as much as she'd let me. I'm very sad she's gone. Yes, I'm sure that Margaret's items came from the Tesla cache, though the pieces she gave me to sell weren't nearly as valuable as rumors would have you believe. The speeder that flew away after the gunshots I heard? I'm not sure what type it was, but I did notice that the interior was very unusual. It was all white.
It's all white.
Interesting fellow. He was particularly interested in anything to do with Nikola Tesla. He mentioned that he stayed at the Golden Gate Hotel.
Yep, I already talked to him. Alright, so got that. I wonder if Clint knows anything.
Wow, that is crazy what happened to Margaret Leonard. Is everything okay with you and the cops?
Yeah, the cops would love to pin it on me, but I think it's all tied to a Mason
Welcome, viewers. How y'all doing?
Abducted outside the Ritz a couple of nights ago. I'm just trying to find anybody who might have seen something.
Oh, well then you probably need to talk to Sapphire.
Sapphire? Sounds like some Greek oracle.
Well, I don't know if she's Greek or not, but she's definitely exotic looking. And she's one of your fellow tenants. Her door's decorated like a French nightmare, but it suits her business. So, if you hear any noises you can't identify, you might want to come back later. It's a damn shame what happened to that little lady. And I'm not crazy about what it did to her apartment either. Not a clue.
Alright, let's talk to Sapphire. This character is interesting, to say the least.
Well, this is a nice surprise.
Sapphire. What a beautiful, if somewhat misleading name.
Thanks, Tex. You know just what to say to please a lady.
Are you a gymnast?
So, what brings New San Francisco's sexiest PI to my door? Business or pleasure?
Pleasure is my business.
How disappointing. Well, we could use that home gym in there to work off some stress. I'm sure you wouldn't mind a happy ending, if you know what I mean.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, that's all anybody wants, right? I mean, and they lived happily ever after, that kind of thing.
Fine. You don't want to scratch each other's backs. But what if I don't play ball? Can we still rough and tumble?
Well, Sapphire, don't make me twist your arm.
Oh, You can't make me talk.
We can do this the hard way or the easy way.
Oh my goodness.
Excuse me? Are you threatening me? Because if you are, I'd love to see you try the hard way. I'm sorry, Tex. I got carried away. I didn't mean to hurt you. At least not like that. Do you forgive me?
Not until I give you a good, firm interrogation.
I'm all yours, Mr. Murphy.
Holy balls, got a lot of questions here. But we need to know about the speeder first.
It looked black, or midnight blue at first. But when the light hit it just right, I could see that it was actually close to sapphire. Which, of course, I would remember. That sweet lady used to live here. Now, what would I know about that? After Clint took over ownership of the Ritz from Nilo, things got a lot better. He even removed all the bugs and hidden cameras. But that place will literally kill you. Runs the electronics shop, though he's hardly ever there. No idea who that is. That's not my kind of store.
I bet so.
Rook's one of my best customers. His tastes aren't as old-fashioned as you might think.
Ugh, that just sounds gross. That Rook's one of her customers, or its customers.
He's been videotaping the Ritz. That scumbag detective has been watching me for months. That's the guy you think got abducted? I saw him around a few times coming to see you. I thought.
Yeah, maybe.
So spunky. And I love spunk.
Uh-huh.
I only met you a couple years ago, so I don't know what you were like before. But I like what I see now. It ain't just your ass that's bad.
Blah.
Gets along with everybody. Makes great food. What's she got that I don't? I can tell you one thing that I've got that she doesn't.
Oh, God.
It's not the nicest place in town, but you can't beat the price. It's a live and let live kind of place. First, I hear people running around up in your apartment. Then this speeder lands outside. I hear some man yelling and screaming outside the Ritz. Then he runs off with some other people chasing him. After a bit, he comes back, and I hear him outside my window. Sounds like he's talking to himself. Then two other guys catch him, shove him into the speeder. Then I hear gunshots, and the speeder takes off.
And they be climbing in your windows and snatching your people up. No, I was kidding.
You're a tough guy who thinks he's above the law. What girl doesn't like to get a little turned on by that kind of man?
Okay, thanks. I think we're done with you, Sapphire.
You do know she's a he, right?
Yeah.
With the strength of 10 ordinary men.
Oh, I had this door permanently sealed as it opened directly into my bedroom. People thought that was awfully presumptuous of me.
Alright.
Heck, Malden. That buffoon always got credit for cases I solved.
So we got that. Nothing here. Hologram around. I think we got some questions we could ask her.
Hey, Tex. How's your case progressing?
Yep.
You're talking about the speeder I saw take off after the shooting? What I can tell you for certain is the last 2 digits on the license plate. They were the numbers 6 and 3. Due to my restrictive protocols, I can only confirm that Count Saint Germain is currently a guest at our hotel. Sorry, I don't know a lot of people, except the ones that come in here. Not a clue.
Alright. Maybe been a little bit of help with the speeder. I guess maybe he wouldn't know because he wasn't here. think I already talked to Zach. Let's see.
More questions? Why you gotta keep coming back with more questions?
Is you afraid, bro? You afraid?
Yeah, there was a speeder that took off right after the gunshots. Saw it in my rearview mirror. I got a thing for high-end speeders. This was a 48 Pandian. Sweet ride.
Sweet ride.
I remember her. Sweet little old lady. Used to see her around the neighborhood years ago. Don't remember the last time I saw her.
Well, she dead now.
Can't help you with that.
Well, I finally gather enough data to identify the kidnapped vehicle. It's registered to a company called Cézanne, and the location appears on my map.
Ooh. Cézanne.
I check out Cézanne with Smart Alex and find out it's some sort of doomsday cult recruiting candidates for a brave new world. And they believe this world will arrive soon. These boys take their schoolwork seriously.
I got one that looks like weird. Well, that's what it already is. Okay, what's the top one? Okay. Or second to top one, I guess.
Unfortunately, I arrive at Cézanne and set off every alarm possible. I'm missing a token that would grant me entry inside. I head back to my office to devise a new strategy when I find a fax waiting for me. Someone's been watching over my shoulder, and it's not a comforting feeling.
You have a fax.
Oh boy, fax.
Brand new fax.
An anonymous informant wants to meet me at Coit Tower.
Guess we gotta go to Coit Tower. It's gonna be over here. Coit Tower. Let's see who wants to meet us at Coit Tower.
Yep, this is a great idea. Just waiting to meet some anonymous chap who still sends faxes. You know, he probably uses real bullets.
I think you need to be a little more trusting of people.
Tex, I'm plugged into the internet. The internet! And you want me to trust people?
A good point.
Hello, mate.
Slade? How? What? Weren't you in...
Locked up in San Quentin till 2260? No, not me. Good behavior.
Behavior doesn't get that good. I bet you can't even remember how many people you've killed.
Oh, I bet I can. Each one in perfect detail. Not like you. Understand your memory's not what it used to be.
Yeah, and I'm prepared to forget that I saw you here tonight if you promise not to start kicking me again.
Oh, this is gonna be worse than I thought. So what don't you remember?
Just the last 7 years.
So you don't remember everything after you and Chelsea got nicked? Chelsea's brother? The English woman, Juliet? Our little partnership?
Our partnership? Look, I know we just made up, but I think I'd rather lick toilets with my tongue than work with you.
Ah, but you did, Tex.
I did? Which one?
Work with me. And it paid a lot better than licking dunnies. How do you think you made all that money? These past few years have been, shall we say, mutually beneficial. But now it seems the same old Tex, the Boy Scout, is back. That's a problem.
You want to know what's wrong with the Boy Scouts? Not a darn thing.
So you've been helping us track down this precious little egg. First you say you got it, then you say Margaret Leonard stole it. Next thing I know, you turn up at Cezanne tripping security alarms like some clueless amateur. What the hell was that all about?
For your information, I set those alarms off on purpose, and I don't have to tell you why.
Always got to do everything the hard way, don't you, Tex? This will get you into Cezanne. Hope you know what you're doing. I'll give you 24 hours to find that egg. And then I'm gonna come looking for you. And you know I'll find you.
Oh shit. Well, we can now go to Cezanne. And get in there successfully. I just wish you could run a little bit faster in this game, but this is as fast as you can go.
You can be hungover from things other than alcohol. My meeting with Slade left me shivering like I had the DTs. This guy and I were partners over the last 7 years. There's trouble in my soul and it's become as cold as ash. The further I see down the barrel, the more dangerous and diabolical my world becomes.
Alright, and on that note, at ending on day 5 there, we're going to call it quits for this stream. This was part 2 of Tesla Effect Tex Murphy Adventure. Please give me a subscribe if you want to get more content. I will be streaming almost every day. I do have parts and playlists of other games on my channel that you can take a look at. Give them a like if you like them, if you've been watching them. And I guess we'll see you later. I will probably stream a little bit later tonight, probably in about another 4 or 5 hours. And I have a feeling it might be part 3 of Tesla Effect, or I might stream another game. We'll see. But thanks for stopping by, thanks for watching, and you guys have a good day.